Dina Falconi here, and it is wild salad making season happening right now. Who's in your bowl? Who's going to be in our bowl today? So let's go meander through the landscape and check out who's going to be in our salad. If we come over here to this edge, we've got some moist, rich soil, and we have a Viola, violet, Viola sororia. Violet makes an amazing salad green. And if we remove all of these lovely tree leaves, we see beautiful new emerged violet leaves, which are perfect for the garden. And we will gather these, as many as we have patience to gather. They are mild tasting, high in soothing mucilage, very high in vitamin C. And did I say they're mild flavored already? Which is why they work really nicely in the salad. When you pick for salad, you want to remove debris. Here's a lovely one. And don't forget, you can include its tender stem at this early spring stage. The whole thing is edible, meaning the tender stem works nicely in a salad. Salads have this amazing, wild salads have this amazing feral life force, full of potent, perky flavor and nutrients. It's a really special food of a very specific time. So here we are with our next friend that we're going to forage. And this is called garlic mustard, Alliaria petiolata of the Brassicaceae family. And this plant has a pungent bitter, can be very bitter to mildly bitter. So it's a good idea for you to taste it and assess for yourself how much you'd like in your salad. I think it tastes beautiful right now. So I'm going to put a lot in, and it's also an invasive. This particular plant, if you can see it, is everywhere, and it's good to control it by eating it, in my opinion. Its roots are also useful as a wild style horseradish. You can cook it, but let's add some of this to our salad, and I'm going to trim it right here. I like to use a scissor to trim. And again, these, let's remove any grass. We don't want that. Pull that out. And these stems are also going to be nice to eat. Trim a little bit more since there's so much of it. And again, you're just plucking out debris and grass. So that's enough garlic mustard. And if you aren't so partial to its flavor, then I suggest you adding a smaller amount and mincing it up more finely. So here I am going to mince mine up too. I don't necessarily like to take huge bites of the leaves. I want to mince it up. And I've got my violet down in there too. So the whole idea is to just take your bowl out and fill it with whoever is out there that's edible, in good shape, tasty, and doing its thing. Okay, let's go find another plant. Let's go find some chickweed. Chickweed is another fabulous salad green as long as it's in this early stage of spring. And it is mild, flavored, delicious, mineral rich, vitamin C rich. And it likes to grow, right here in rich, moist soil. And here we've got a very lovely carpet of it. So I like to gather chickweed, just the tips like this, and I can use my scissor or my fingers and just gather the tips of it. Look at that one's blooming, a sweet little 5-petaled white flower split right down the middle. Anyway, these tips, if I cut them like this, if I cut chickweed like this, I can come back and it will create more food for me as I tip prune it, so to speak. Yeah. Stellaria media of the Caryophyllaceae family, also known as common chickweed. That's what we got here, but don't pull it up. We just want the tip there. Okay. Don't uproot it when you gather it. That looks like a good amount of chickweed for our salad that already has some garlic mustard in it and some violet leaves. So just to be clear, this is not an ID video. This is a video just to inspire you to get into making wild salads, okay? So ID, no. Inspiration, yes. So let's go find another wild edible that we can throw into our bowl. Hunting for some sweet Sicily, the European sweet Sicily called Myrrhis odorata of the Apiaceae family. And it also likes to grow in part shade and rich soil. And I see some right here. And this plant has a fennel anise-like flavor. And it has a sweetness. And right now, in this early spring moment, we want to gather these tender leaves with their stalks and use them the way you would use chervil, parsley. Again, this is not an ID. This is just an inspiration, and I'll leave the rest there. So sweet Sicily needs to be minced up just the way that you would, again, cut up parsley or chervil. By the way, you're going to be seeing a lot of sweet Sicily's dead flower stalks from last year. These were the seeds up here. And then you see these little teeny babies. They're sprouting up. But okay, let's keep moving for getting the wild salad together. Next plant that we're going to put into our salad bowl of the day is field garlic. And I want you to just see that it is everywhere. Can you see that? This is not grass. Some people call it onion grass. This is field garlic, Allium vineale. Yes, it is everywhere. It's really exciting. And we don't need a lot of it, really. We're just going to give it a little haircut and mince some of that into our salad. Of course, if you love chives or scallions or onions, you can add a lot more. Field garlic, Allium vineale. Welcome to the salad bowl. By the way, I could really sharpen these scissors. They don't cut well. But you get the idea. You don't want to get well, you might want to get big chunks of chives. This is not chive, but it's a close chive relative. There we are. It's a nice little oniony flavor. So it's hard for me to resist. There's so many more plants to put into the salad bowl today, but we're going to limit it to this right now. And the last thing we're going to add is Monarda fistulosa, also known as wild bergamot. And this is its last year's flower stalk. And right at the bottom, there are these incredible new sprouts of this, I would say, pungent, oregano-like, thyme-like, super aromatic loveliness. And so we want to add just a pinch of this to our salad bowl to bring up that essential oil volatility. So yeah, let's pick a little bit. Here we are with a sweet, newly emerging wild bergamot Monarda fistulosa shoot. And I just want to take a little bit of this. I don't want to, for the salad bowl, I don't need a lot. And also for the plant itself, I don't really want to take too much at this early stage. So it may have been a little hard to see a moment ago, and this is the amount that I picked for the salad bowl. I'm going to just tear these up into teeny pieces and spread them around. Spread that intense flavor around the salad. Oakley dokley. I lied. There's one more plant that we must put in the salad. It's speaking to me. It's right over there. And it's just in perfect form for this spring salad moment. Lactuca canadensis of the Asteraceae family, also called wild lettuce, is right here looking at us in this perfect moment of edibility. And so I don't want to overpick the rosette right here. I'm going to just pick enough to add to my salad, but also to let the plant have a good amount of leaf so that it will grow over the course of the summer and make flowers and seeds and spread around the garden. So I feel like, yeah, thank you. Lactuca canadensis wild lettuce, and you can also see that ooze. That's pretty cool, the latex oozing out. This particular wild lettuce, Lactuca canadensis, that happens to grow in this region of New York where we are, is not very bitter. It tastes like a beautiful hearty lettuce, unlike some of its very close cousins, which are much more bitter. So I'm always excited to see this in the landscape. Thank you, wild lettuce. I'm going to mince up this wild lettuce. Mince isn't the right word, just cutting it. You could tear it. And that is the last plant for our wild salad. This is a wild salad that is good for me to eat because I like to eat a lot of salad. So that's a good size salad for me. I'm ready to dress my salad. I like a well-dressed salad, and I like to use organic cold-pressed olive oil and a good raw apple cider vinegar. I aim for about 2 to 3 parts olive oil and 1 part vinegar, and then a liberal amount of salt. And then make sure you toss it well. And we do it with 2 forks because it's a small salad. That is looking good. I think of wild salad making as a nature connection experience, as a nature connection exercise that you can eat. Who is in your bowl? That is delicious. Thanks for foraging along, and if you've enjoyed this, give us your email and you will be subscribed to our newsletter.